Hey, what's up you guys? Guinea Piggies Designs here, and today I am bringing you episode 28 of where I am sewing things for my guinea pig cage. But real quick, for those of you who are new, my name is Brittany and I basically just sew things for your small animals, and I do other random things. But lately I've been doing this series here on my channel where I'm just taking you all step by step of how to complete a couple of cage sets for your very own guinea pig cage. But anyways, there's not going to be an intro or an outro today. We're just going to jump right into this video. What I'm working on first is the Piggy Lounge. Now all I'm doing here is I am adding that last seam to one of the sides. So what I'm doing is I'm clipping the two sides together, making sure that the two good sides are touching. And then I'm going to sew a straight line down along the seam, and then I'm going to flip it and sew another straight line down the seam. That way it is durable and it doesn't come apart. And then I am going to trim off the excess with my scissors, and then I'm going to turn it right side out and then flip over the fold, and the fold just helps it stay standing upright, if that makes sense. And then once I'm done with that, that's the Piggy Lounge is basically done. I will not be working on this item anymore. Next, I'm going to be working on the corner forest. So here all I'm going to be doing is adding the first layer of fringes. I do like to cut out the fringes separately because it allows for them to lay differently instead of it being all together, if that makes sense. So what I do is I lay down the corner forest, I flip one of the fringe parts over, and then I just cut little lines across the first part of the fringes, if that makes sense, and they're usually around 1 inch apart, and I do that all the way down. And then in another video I'm going to cut the other side of the fringes, but I am making 2 of these, so I'm going to repeat this process 2 times. Alright, next I'm moving on to the 1x1 Fleece Forest. So this is basically the same thing I did with the corner forest, where I am just cutting the first layer of fringes. So I just lay down the piece flat, and then I flip over the first part of the fringes, and then I'm going to start cutting strips on the bottom part, if that makes sense. And again, these are going to be 1 inch apart. And then this 1x1 Fleece Forest, it has 4 sides, so I'm going to do this to all 4 sides. And then again, in another video, I'm going to be cutting the second layer of fringes. And then I am making 2 of these Fleece Forests, so I'm going to repeat this process a total of 2 times. Alright, now moving on to the 2x1 Fleece Forest. So again, just cutting out the first part of the fringes. And to do this, again, I just lay it down flat. I flip over the top part of the fringes and I just start cutting little strips out of the bottom piece. And this item also has 4 sides, so I'm going to do the fringes along each side. And then I am making 2 of these also, so I'm going to repeat this process a total of 2 times. Now moving on to the couch. So for the couch, all I'm going to do here is start stuffing the top area where I added the divots, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some Polyfill, which I will have that link down below, and I'm just going to take a little bit at a time and start putting it through the 2 inner layers of the top part, if that makes sense. And then what I do here is I put the little small pieces of polyfill and I try to stuff the top of the couch first. So I try to push it in and try to get it as high as I can. And that way it's just easier as you add more polyfill, it'll start to fill up. And I do add a lot of polyfill to the top. I want it to be kind of stiff. Not super stiff, but stiff enough to where it stays straight, if that makes sense. This just adds structure to the couch. The last things I'm working on in this video are going to be the foam tunnels. So for this part here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the top piece, which is the bigger piece. I'm going to lay it down. The piece that you want to be the outside of your tunnel, you want that to be facing up. And then I'm going to put the bottom piece, which is the more narrow piece, on top along the edge. And you want the fabric that you want on the outside of your tunnel, you want that touching the bigger piece, if that makes sense. And then I'm just going to clip it along the edge. And then I'm going to sew a straight line along the edge on one side, and then I'm going to flip it over and sew another straight line down the edge just to ensure it's sturdy and doesn't come apart. And then I am making 3 foam tunnels, so I'm going to repeat this process a total of 3 times. So here are the items that I worked on today that I need to continue finishing, which will probably be in another episode. So there's that. And then in my next video, I'm going to be continuing to work on the guinea pig homes, the hooded houses, cuddle cups, cubes, things like that, the hay bags probably. Yeah, that'll be in my next video. And then also everything I did use in this video is going to be linked down below in the description, so make sure you check that out. And then here I do have some of my ready to ship items. If anyone is interested in purchasing any cozies from me, I do have some ready to ship items here. And I'll have my Etsy link linked down below. And also we did start a TikTok, so if any of you use TikTok, go ahead and follow us on there. It's the same name we have on here, which is at guineapiggiesdesigns. And if this video was helpful for you in any way, make sure you give this video a like. And if you do have any questions, comment them down below and I'll try to answer them. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright.